Alright, we should be live now, so let me go check. And that would be a yes. Excellent. Alright, hello everyone, Ace here, and we are back with another live stream. This time we're going to be having a look at The Legend of Zelda Majora's Mask, Part 3. So, for those who are not aware, last time, I believe the way what happened last time was we ended up beating the second dungeon. So we're going to move on from there, which means we get Epona, the horse. But there's a lot more to this particular 3-day cycle that I will be doing, so yeah, let's go ahead and get on with it, shall we? Hope everyone is doing alright. Alright, now. No. There we go. That'll slow down time, and I'm going to be needing that, so... Now, the plan is going to be, first of all, I'm going to get some money, because I also want to do some other things too, like upgrade my sword, all that good stuff, and that might require some money if I remember correctly, so... Let's get the money first, and that will allow me to, like I said, upgrade all that, and once that's done, should be a cakewalk from there to just simply... One of the things I am going to have to do, though, is defeat the boss, which, the same boss I beat last time, so I will be doing just a smidge of backtracking, I guess. But yeah, over here's a chest with 100 rupees, and I believe, if I remember what the combination, the code is, I can get another set. 24153. Okay, simple enough. Anyways, I hope everyone is enjoying the stream so far. Oh yeah, I have to... 2, 4, 1, 5, 3, I believe it was. Yes. Alright. Kanali di Camel Cabal says, good evening, Ace. Hello there. Hope you're enjoying today. Yeah, I'm going to be doing the part 3 of this live stream, so... Which means, basically, I'm going to just... This entire cycle is basically going to be dedicated to some side missions and whatnot that are still, well, semi-side missions. There's some, like the upgrading the sword, that are going to basically take a cycle in their own right, but... Some stuff is flat-out necessary. So... We'll get ourselves this... That fully upgrades our wallet, which is nice. And let's see, we've got ourselves, what, 11 masks so far. We'll be ending up getting a 12th one, I know for a fact on this playthrough. Probably a 13th as well if I play my cards right, or 14th. So now that we've gotten that done... Anyways, I hope everyone is enjoying the stream, though, again. So let's go to the mountain village, where I will first get my sword upgraded the first time. Then we'll go to Snowhead, fight the boss again, and that'll allow us to actually get the powder keg as the Goron, which will be nice. Alright. Oh. I need to get some arrows. So I can use them on that thing there, and that should be good. See, there should be... Usually, the good news is there's usually a combination of stuff, including... Yep, there we are. Yeah, they have it set up so that when you teleport to one of these owl statues, you'll have all the goodies you need, usually including bombs, sword, fairy, and arrows as well as potion. So, since we have this... Alright, now we can actually get our sword upgraded. Now this razor sword here, like he mentions, is only a temporary upgrade. However, once I beat the boss, I can then upgrade it again after I get the powder keg and all that. Camel Cabal says, how are you doing? I'm doing pretty good so far, I'd have to say. See. I will have to say the channel's doing quite nicely. We've gotten ourselves quite a few subscribers and all that, and a lot of views especially. One of my meme videos has been really taking off, so... Kinda happy with that. If I'm really lucky, who knows? I might reach maybe... Well, I think I'll likely reach 9,000. I might reach 10,000 subs if I'm really, really lucky by the end of the month. But I'm not entirely sure that will happen, but that's fine. Alright. Now the good news is we don't even really have to go through this dungeon either. I get to show you another feature of this game that isn't really, to my knowledge, present in other Zelda games. At least until you get to the Ocarina of Time remaster had this, but you can actually go through the bosses themselves and just practice on them after you've beaten them. But yeah, the only other ones I can think of that actually did that as a feature being the Ocarina of Time 3D remake comes to mind as one of them that did it. Whoops. And I keep messing it up. I'll just go there the normal way because apparently... I know this thing is not going to be... There we go. If I play my cards right, I can just get past it like that. Good. Alright, now... Made it past there, which is nice. There's another boulder coming up, but I think I can get past it. There we go. This one, however... There we are. Okay, that one did hit. I was expecting it to just go right past me, but nope. That's fine, though. I can heal up. And we can now actually fight the boss again, which is very easy. Just step on this little plate here after the cutscene plays. There we are. But yeah, once this is done, I'll be able to get the powder keg, which means I'll be able to get to the ranch and then actually get Epona and hopefully take part in that little mini game as well. Come to think of it, there's a lot I got to do that night as well in the game. Wow, that was pretty good, actually. Bet I messed him up a fair bit. Was able to dodge that. Nice. Whoops. Alright, so we'll just pick up where we left off there. But yeah, I figured this would be another good game for the month of October, because it is a kind of spooky-ish game, at least as far as Nintendo is concerned, so why not? Alright, he got me there, but... And I kind of messed it up because he was about to die there, but hey. I bet one more hit's enough to really take him down at this point. Two, three... Alright. Ooh. Guten Term says, good afternoon. And let me read the rest of that there. Hope you find people are doing great as always. Yes. Making some decent headway on YouTube for sure, too, I must mention. Which is nice. One of my like I've mentioned already on here, one of my meme videos took off, so that's always good. There we go. We got him. Camel Cabal says, I'm glad to hear you're alright. I feel a bit sad. What's wrong? Sorry to hear you feel sad, but yeah, what... If you don't mind, I do hope things get better for you, though, of course. Ah, family problems. Sorry to hear that. Well, hopefully that sort of thing will get squared away easily enough, though. Let's see. I think it is this way. Let me double check. Yep. Alright, Guten Term says, that's really great to hear, Ace. I think you deserve... let me finish that. I think you deserve you do some great content that I haven't seen in years. Oh, thank you very much. Yeah, my channel does tend to specialize in obscure games, admittedly, so... And there's a lot of really great obscure games out there that just don't get enough attention anymore. Some of them really kind of flew under the radar in the first place as well, unfortunately. Alright, so I think this is it. So let's get ourselves this little test, which will allow us to Alright, so here's the little test. We'll go ahead and destroy the boulder blocking little racetrack, and that'll allow us to... Come on, allow me to pick it up. I need to pick it up, game. There we are. Unfortunately, this... Ow. This can actually be a little bit tricky, because it doesn't give you that much time to work with. So we might have actually wasted a little bit too much time on this. But we'll find out. Let's just make it past the Wolfos. Hopefully I can get it done on one go, but if not, then we are in a problem. Now, the good news is they did at least... Now, the fuse on this is a lot longer, I should also mention, than the regular powder keg. The regular powder keg goes off really quickly. Alright, so is this... I think this is the right one. Yes. Now, run past the Wolfos. I think there should be, what, 2 or 3? I think we got it. Now we can actually speed it up by just firing a regular arrow into it. So we will do that. Well, it did hit us, but at least we can go in there really quickly, and that'll give us the ability to actually use that. And then I'll be able to participate in the Goron race there, which will allow me to upgrade my sword. And then I'll be able to, from there, buy another powder keg, go to the ranch, get the Epona, start the ranch quest line there. And then I have one more thing I need to do. I need to try getting the Zoro mask. So... Guten Tag says, sorry for that, Camel Cabal. Just to cheer you up, I went to make some exercise and ended up making myself an umbilical hernia. Ow, sorry. Hopefully you get to feeling better as well, Guten Tag. Camel Cabal says, yes, that hurts. Alright. Oh! It just gives us a powder keg. So that means we can actually just open up the ranch right away as soon as we get the race done. Now the race is something I'm probably going to struggle with, I'll admit, because I'm not particularly that good at the Goron race there, admittedly. It's... so I'm probably going to fail a few times on that. I'm just going to say that up front. But we will see. Anyways. I could potentially also even get the adult wallet if I hurry enough as well, now that I think about it. So all I have to do is just get to the ranch, get Epona, then I can... I should have some free time once I get this taken care of, which will be nice. This even gives me the potential to do some other stuff as well. But yeah, this will give me gold dust, which will allow me to get the final sword upgrade. Guten Term says, oh, by the way, I forgot to ask, was the Kenshi video that took off? It was actually one from last year, the video. And it was the Warhammer 40k video where I basically edited the Flash Skits thing you know, with the whole... It's the one where I'm making fun of the Disney or Marvel and Warhammer 40k team up. So it came out, I think, September of last year, and all of a sudden it's taken off again because the comic finally got released. But yeah, I'm up to 400,000 views on it now. Oh no, that could be a problem. See what I mean about this being a little bit on the difficult side? I mean, it's not... Well, this area here can mess you up! Because what that'll do there is it will... That section, what I was going to say is, it'll mess you up because it'll throw you off the bridge and it'll basically make this little minigame unplayable. And I actually won! Ooh. Okay. Alright. Alright, so Camel Cabal says, how about Battlefield 1918? Well, I am actually pleased to announce we are making more headway. Just need a little bit more time to really get things going, but I know that there's more maps that we are going to be adding single-player support to, for example. I know one of the maps, because it came out, I think, in 3.0, is going to be getting a faction change. So instead of it being... I'm not going to spoil which battle it is. Guten's Harem says, every time you finish a cycle, do you have to rebuy the adult wallet? Nope, it's theirs to keep once you get the adult wallet. Just like the Giant's wallet. Alright, so we are in a position now where... It'll be a simple... There we are. It's not even noon yet, and I have already made it T-Pone at this cycle. That's pretty good, I think. Alright, so we do have to talk to her to actually get the... Alright, so yeah, basically the ranch gets attacked by ghosts / aliens. I mean, I know officially most people say they're ghosts, but I'd say it's probably closer to aliens just in my opinion, but alright, so this should be easy enough to do. Now, in the full game, once we actually deal with the ghost aliens themselves proper, we will have a limited supply of arrows in theory, but every single one of them drops a bundle of arrows when we take them out, so we're pretty much going to be stocked. There we are. Where's the last two? There's one. Where's the last one? Come on, game. I need the last one. Well, I kind of didn't get under the record, which is unfortunate, because I kind of messed it up. There he is, I think. Yep. Well, at least we get Epona's song, so that's something. Oop. There we are. Any suggestions on some good 40k material about the Necrons? Says Gutentarum. Mine's drawing a blank right now. I mean, I would say, well, if you're going to go video games, Mechanicus, but you're still playing as the Adeptus Mechanicus. Hidden Boss says, yo, just popping in. How's it going? We are going pretty good, actually, for the most part. Playing some Majora's Mask, and I will say this, had some luck. Let's see if we can actually get that practice again. And try to get under the record. Genghis Khan would be proud of you. I think he'd be more proud of me once we get under the record of 1 minute, but... That's 2, 3, 4, 5. Long shot, but worth it. Six. 7, 8. There he is. And that should be the record. Oh, I didn't actually get any rewards for that. Well, that's fine. Okay, actually, let's see. What do I want to do? Camel Cabal says, this music gives me memories of Super Mario World. Did you play it? Yes, I did play Super Mario World. Pretty good game, actually. I also played the sequel where you're Yoshi helping baby Mario. But anyways, let's actually get to the next. So I'm going to go ahead and use Epona, get to... Here we are. And the plan is going to be, we're going to go to the west to the ocean to get the Zora Mask, as well as... I might actually be lucky enough to try... Well, no, I think I still need some things. Yeah, I still need the hook shots to completely finish that. So, instead... Yoshi's Island. Yes, I've played both. Like I said, I played both the original and Yoshi's Island. And we just made it over that, so awesome. Let's see, so... trying to think of everything I can and should do in this. I might actually be able to get the hook shot in this by the end of this. Maybe even get the song if I'm really, really lucky. I'm not sure I can get the adult's wallet in one day, though, but everything else I think I should be able to. Alright, we are getting him closer to shore. The Likely Lad says, Ace, I found your channel, mate. Your videos are great. Thank you very much. Hidden Boss says, well, good luck. Thank you very much. We are definitely making some really good headway so far with this cycle. I won't be able to finish the Zoro Temple itself in the cycle, I don't think, but I can at least, I believe, get into position for it. All right. Strawman says, hi, Ace. Hey, Strawman. If I'm really lucky, I might actually just barely be able to get the adult wallet, which would actually be amazing if I could pull it off. Though I don't think it's quite going to be possible, but hey. It'll be worth a shot because you have to get that. Basically, you have to get this particular haunted house done in one day. Alright, so let's try... Actually, wait. I have to wait on that because I just realized if I don't... There we are. We have to stay here for now, just get the next of the owl statues awoken. But let me show you the transformation of into Zora form. E for everyone, ladies and gentlemen. That's fine. Oh, wait. I have to hit it with my sword, don't I? Yeah, I have to hit it with my sword. Silly me. Okay. Camel Cabal says, actually, my brother told me to jump off the balcony, and that's a crime where I live. That's unfortunate. Sorry to hear that happen. Guten Tarm says, lol, Italian. Guten Tarm, or no, Camel Cabal says, yes, I am. Guten Tarm says, I didn't mean to laugh, but I heard that's a law before. Interesting. All right. It's a good thing that Epona is basically indestructible. Well, but I do kind of need to get past there just to get a few additional masks. Or, yeah, 2 masks if I remember correctly. There we are. Now, first off, let's go ahead and get Lens of Truth out so we can see this guy. Camel Cabal says, I watched the video of Columbus you suggested, and that was pretty good. Huh, thank you very much. Are you talking about the one I personally made, or are you talking about the 2 Knowing Better videos? Ah, the Knowing Better ones. Okay. Yeah, I do agree. They are good videos. The dude tries to be more even-handed, which is one of the things that makes me like his work, too, so... Sounds like that bomb chew actually activated a... There we are. Camel Cabal says, of course I liked your video too. Thank you very much. So we are in the graveyard here, and I believe we should be able to get to another mask this way. It's a little boss fight of sorts we go through. Mini boss of sorts. Guten Tarm says, well, some positive news. Let me check this first. I think I used your video about Age of Empires 3 as an example to convince several friends of mine not to buy it. Well, thank you very much. Alright, so the song we have to play to wake this guy up is the Sonata of Awakening. There we are. Charlie Erickson says, hey all. Hello, Charlie Erickson. Hope your day is going well. And thank you, by the way, for letting me know about that, Guten Tarm. It is unfortunate, very unfortunate, that the makers of Age of Empires 3 decided to do that, but here we are. Oh, dear, I forgot. I have to... Okay. Change of plan. I need... the Goron mask. Just to get through here. Come on, let me go. I probably am actually going to miss this one. Especially if they keep hitting me like that. Yep, okay. Well, that's unfortunate. Yeah, I kind of messed that up. Still, I can go through it again. Or I could just... you know what? I'm actually just going to go ahead and pick up the good old-fashioned... Try to go through... Wait, I can't go through that house yet. Because I kind of need to get this guy to actually talk to the skeletons in there, so... Alright. I wonder if I have enough arrows. Because those, I bet, would actually damage him. Come on, game, let me progress. No. Okay, I need a new plan. Not sure what that plan entails, but I need one. Ooh. Actually, that could at least help me with these guys here. Well, that doesn't quite work either, so I really need the sword. Well, I'm not going to be able to actually get the... Yeah, that kind of seals it. I'm not going to be able to get the thing fairly in this... Or the Giant's Wall at this time, because... Yeah. I guess what I should do is prioritize getting the hook shot then. Well, who knows? Maybe I can actually get lucky with the actual thing, because it's a code and you have to remember what the code is, but let's see. Alright, so let's see what to do now. Yeah, like I said, I'm just going to have to go through, try to get that hook shot. And unfortunately, since I can't really... Alright, so we'll just go through here. I just took the long way around by accident, but that's fair. I actually do have some time to kill right now. Excuse me. But yeah, all we have to do... There we are. Let's see, how many bottles do we have? 3, but we only can use 2 right now. So it would actually need to take me 3 trips just to actually get the song in the first place. That's... well, alright. I think it's either this one... Yep, got it on the first try. Gutentarm says, I wonder what will be the next game that will bend itself to leftists. That is a good question. How can he see me? I'm using the stone mask. That's annoying. And I just realized that since I don't have the sword, that would make any fights to actually get the eggs that much harder. Which means I'm pretty much going to have to be stuck getting the eggs on the final night, which is going to be a bit of an issue. Well, it's not that big of an issue, but at the end of the day, we're going to have to do some annoying things just to get them. Still, I guess I could help by getting myself set up for that. Nevertheless, this is probably the slow part of this game, but nothing particularly wrong with it, but something to be aware. There we are. But the Zora swimming, though, in this game, the fact that they actually made this an actual fun part of the game, though the actual Zora swimming itself is... Well, just think about it. When's the last time you've heard of a Zelda game where swimming was actually somewhat enjoyable? Because while this, on the one hand, does take some skill to really master, it also... Let's get this moved out of the way here. Yeah, while it takes some skill to master, at the same time... There we are. Ooh, treasure chest. Nope. Yeah, while it takes some difficulty to master, at the same time, it does reward you. But Gutentarm says, like never, swimming in Zelda was always water, oh I'm dead. Yeah, pretty much. I mean, even with the 3D Zeldas, they kind of, with the exception of this one pretty much. Because even, if I remember correctly, even... Oh, I could have just pushed that forward. I'll do that instead. But yeah, even the games such as, for example, the first 3D Zelda, Ocarina of Time, was, well, one of the most notorious sections when it came down to it was the underwater sections of that game. Camel Cabal asks where I'm from. I'm from the U.S. Alright, so we've made it up here. Avoid the mines, avoid the mines. There we are. But yeah, until the actual... Yeah, the most I can do right now is get the hook shot, and then as... I can get another mask once I'm back in Clocktown. Which I will do. Which will save me, hopefully, some time. And then maybe I can also pick up another mask as well, now that I think about it. So that'll get me... There. Huh. Ah! Just barely missed it. And we are moving into the first night. But I could probably get the heart piece before that if I play my cards right. It's that stairs, it slows me down. I have a plan. Alright, so hopefully this gives me the speed boost. Ooh! No, don't jump on that. I'd have made it too if I didn't jump on that thing. There we go. So we get one more heart, and we are good to go on that, which is nice to know. Oh, wait, this isn't the same as before. So that's good at least. Alright, King Null says, hey Ace. And Ukrainian Fedora says, hey Ace, did you know that Sony is going to start monitoring voice text chat on games on their PSN network? Razorfist made a video on it earlier. Yes, I heard about that. It is absolutely ridiculous they are doing that. Oh, no. That should take me straight up and... Okay, so it does go further up than that as well. Alright, let's just use the bomb blast mask and blast a few things here. Big Brother is watching you, says Ukrainian Fedora. Yep. Or no, King Null says that. Yeah, but it's still true, though. They pretty much are still watching you. Well, I got some goodies out of this. Guten Tarm says your ISP and telecom companies do make way more than that. I'm very sure that they do, actually. Oh, cool. Alright, does this actually bring me... Yes, oh, it brings me out here. So I better get the stone mask. But yeah, my plan's still pretty much the same. Get the hook shot, and I should be good to go as far as this is concerned. Let's see, when do I have to go back to the ranch? I don't think I have to go back that soon. Yeah, I don't even have to go back till way past midnight even, so... That is excellent. Alright, so... King Null, what would your thoughts be on the Nintendo selling old ROMs online? Do you think this would remove incentives for Nintendo Online, or just give people better options than the tricorn hat? I think it should be done, admittedly. Now, great. Here's the thing. Nintendo kind of is at a weird spot in this because, on the one hand, they kind of need to make sure that they don't devalue their own system. And by that I mean because the reason people keep buying the reason that people keep buying Nintendo consoles is because they want Nintendo, obviously. But here's the thing. If they were to start selling stuff online, it could mean that people might not be that incentivized to do that anymore. So let's get... So that's the problem that they would be running into. Alright, so here comes a B, and this is where our little plan is going to be coming into play. But as I was getting at, though, I do think that Nintendo could consider potentially doing ROMs online, just so long as they are careful about how they do it. They still need to try to make sure that the Nintendo consoles themselves, of course, have a draw to people, or have a reason to get people interested. King Null says, I mean, Nintendo Online doesn't even have N64 games. Yeah, that is a bit of a problem. Nintendo kind of is... Nintendo kind of is not really using their advantages to their full potential as of yet, from what I see. King Null says, I think consoles themselves are unique enough to pull people, plus new Nintendo games. That's a good point. That is actually a pretty fair point. Because... Although, yes, and I do think you're right on that front as well when it comes to Nintendo consoles being unique enough to have a draw. Guten Tarm says, N64 best Nintendo ever. Yeah, it's pretty high up there. It actually did have a decent lineup of third-party games for what it's worth, but it also had some of the best games that Nintendo's ever put out as well. For instance, this one. Alright, so I could get the egg, but I'm... You know what? I'll go ahead and try getting the egg now. That's one less egg to have to deal with, and... They mentioned that there's 4 eggs here, I think, so we'll have to make it 2 trips anyways, but... I can't, well... I'm not entirely sure how I'm going to fight them without the sword, though. That's kind of the big issue for me. I don't know how I'm going to deal with these enemies using just... Oh, well. Well, he missed me, so that's good. Okay, so that is 1 egg down. There we are. All right. Gutentarm says, I don't miss being a kid, but I do miss blowing into tapes, taping on them in order to get it to work. Feeling you could do something when things went wrong. Yeah, I hear you on that one. Boss battle time of sorts, or a mini-boss. So I'm thinking maybe let's just try the Zora form and see how this works. Well, that was easy. Oh, I beat the problem out of the card. I'm a genius, says Gutentarm. Following on from his discussion regarding the... There we are. Yeah, but that's following on his discussion regarding just how it used to be back when at old schools. All right, let's go ahead. So that's 2 eggs right there we have gotten. It's going to make actually the 3rd day a lot easier. This gives me good... Actually, I'll just let them speed up the process. Because they don't take away your eggs. What are those eggs for? Well, it's to actually gain access to the 3rd dungeon, actually, believe it or not. They actually play a song, or they give you the notes to a song. Alright, and this speeds it up a little bit. Camel Cabal says, what do you think of the Illuminati card game? I am not sure. I have not actually played it, to be honest. There we go. See if I can actually make it to Clocktown and actually get that thing from one more mask, if possible. Otherwise, I'm going to have a whole lot of nothing to do for a little bit. I don't think you guys want that. Let me double check to see if I can actually do this. I haven't even spoken to him yet. Interesting. Well, the milk bar should still at least be open enough for me to actually enter, and then I can probably play the song. There we go. What? Alright, so I guess I do have a little nothing to do. Well, that's fine. I have a plan. We'll just go to the Milk Road. What I was going to try to do is get the Gorman Troop mask on this night, but that's obviously not going to be an option, so... At least in theory, I can get another bottle out of that if I go through that little minigame a second time. Just thinking out ahead. Alright, so what we'll do is we'll just wait it out the good old-fashioned way, I guess. We still have a few hours, unfortunately, but I'm going to speed it up a little bit. Actually, wait a sec. There is one thing I can do. I can get myself a nice copy of the map. And the next map as well, now that I think about it. That'll give me 2 maps right off the bat that I can definitely put to good use. Bonnie Ranch, there we go. This will actually allow me to see where the ghost alien things are, so that'll make my job a lot easier on that. And we'll buy the Great Bay map as well. Alright. So that is both of those maps. We are good on arrows now. Alright, so I guess now we wait. Any thoughts on CK3, says Guten Tag. I have not actually played it yet. I do mean to, of course, though. It's from what I've actually heard from Arch, it seems to be pretty decent, at least. At least as far as it's as pretty much as good as you can get as far as a base game from Paradox, because they've actually kept most of the things from the previous game in. I know Kibbs is not as huge of a fan of it as, say, Arch, but to be fair, Kibbs seems to not like a lot of games, so... But it seems reasonable enough from what they've done so far. Aside from that, let's see. Is there any video games that you guys are actually interested in that are coming up? There's one that's going to be out in a few days, or in early access in a few days, that I am going to be picking up the moment it comes out. I will say that. So be prepared for an Ace Impressions on that particular game. It's a, for those who, well, without spoiling too much, I'll mention that it is a first-person shooter set in World War I. Excuse me. But I've even been thinking of doing a video even before an Ace Impressions where I just go through my thoughts on the latest trailer, which is, to its credit, actually gameplay centered, so that's nice. My thoughts on Bannerlords. Well, I actually need to try Bannerlords out again. I actually do enjoy it. The ability to do things like craft your own sword is really, really nice, I will say. And the amount of depth you can go with it is pretty good as well. I do think they need to actually implement some of the skills in, but it's still early access, so that is going to be in later at least. But the reason I say that is because, and also they could use some balancing in terms of the skill or the special skills that you can get. For example, I know for a fact that you can get both longbows and crossbows on horseback if you set up your character properly. But it has to be done a very specific way, and yeah, it's kind of... Alright, so I do have a plan here. So now that she's actually made it outside, that means as a sign that the things are going to kick off soon. So I'm going to actually play the Inverted Song of Time, which will make this take a little bit longer, but it will actually make this part of the mission easier, because the ghost alien things actually move slower as well as a direct response to... well, you slowing down time. So this will actually work to our favor in that regard. I'll also be able to pick up my sword and upgrade it a second time. And I'm trying to think of what else I can do in the meantime. Well, I guess I can... Actually, now that I think about it, it will make more sense to actually strike that owl real quickly. And then I can start fast traveling a lot more easily. So, yeah, what I'm going to do is when I get the sword, I'll actually make a mad dash for the... I think it should be starting really soon. But what I'll do is once I get my sword, I'll make a mad dash for the bay again, and then I'll strike the owl so I can actually start using that as a fast travel. As you can tell, it shows on the minimap where these guys are. And this opens up another mini quest line as well, so that's good. If we can beat this. If not, things are going to go south. Now you do want to actually be careful about the dude that spawns behind here, because if you're not careful and not paying attention, he can mess you up. And if so much as one of these guys gets to the barn, you lose. And what happens is the cows, along with the girl there, get abducted, and she actually gets her mind wiped. So let's avoid that. Oop. I don't know what's blocking us, but okay. Alright, so we stopped him. Right now it is Manor Lords, you said specifically. Are you talking about Crusader Kings 3 still? Or are you talking about Mount and Blade 2 Banner Lords? Because it sounds now like you're talking about an expansion or something for CK3. Alright, let's see. But yeah, they do keep respawning, so we do have to keep taking them out, but that's fine. It looks like we're doing decent for now. Gutentarum says, oh no, a totally different game. Alright, I'll have to have a look at it. Thanks for the heads up then. There we are. This one's a little bit closer than he should be, so we'll take care of him. There we are. Yeah, now that I've actually slowed down time, this is a much easier, if lengthier, section. Gutentarum says, city builder with RTS combat elements. Okay, so kind of like the original Settlers games and kind of like the original Anno games. Interesting. Alright, so we've dealt with that wave there pretty well. There's another one down. And because some of these... Gutentarum says, yeah, it's kind of like Settlers up to the 6th one. Okay, that actually really does make me curious. I remember the 6th one. What are your guys' thoughts on Settlers 6? Because I kind of remember it being a little, well, not bad, but, well, not terrible, but it was... There was things about the game I could definitely poke fun at, I'll mention. So we got one more hour, basically, or an hour and 15 minutes before this minigame stops. Gutentarum says the barbarian was the only decent hero. Yeah, some of the various heroes were just not as good as they should be. I'll admit that. That and the fact that you actually had to find wild... Like, you had to find wild herds of cows and whatnot just to get a cow farm working. is hilarious in my opinion. That is... So yeah, the way Settler 6 used to work was you'd have to actually... For example, to get a cow farm, you'd have to find just cows on the map. Otherwise, you wouldn't actually be able to get one. What do you think of The Last of Us 2? I think it is a game that people don't like for a very good reason. So we got a regular milk bottle, which is nice. Ooh, this is a full-on bottle, too. Alright, now that we've got... But yeah, Last of Us Part 2 became a meme for its atrocity for a reason, is my take. I mean, to put it into perspective, considering how fans were about, for example... It's basically the Battlefield 5 of the Last of Us franchise, is what I'm going to say. But I digress. Anyways, let's go ahead, wait till the next day. Well, actually, you know what? I can wait until dawn at the actual area itself. We'll go ahead, get our sword upgraded. I could actually go while we're at it and go to that other place, get that other mask really quickly. Gives me something to do. So I can get the teleportation thing done. I can get that thing done as well. And then once that's done, I'll head back to Mountain Village, upgrade the sword again. Just gives me something to do. Ukrainian Fedora says, very accurate analogy. Thank you. Yeah, but since I'm clearly going to need the sword, the razor sword, just to get the fighting done with the skull, the captain there, I'll deal with him really quickly. Well, I do have gold dust, but I am going to hold off on that for now just to see just how effective this thing is. Also, playing the Song of Time will revert this thing to normal, unfortunately, so let's avoid that. But once we get the fully upgraded sword, that won't be an issue. Do I want to... Yeah, I'll go ahead and get the captain's mask really quickly. So I'd rather do that really quick, and then I'll just head straight to the west, and then I'll drop the eggs off. Get the other 2 eggs that are there. After I, of course, get the upgrade that I need, and then I'll also, while at it, I do need to snap a pictograph. So hopefully there's quite a bit for me to do in this, I will say. Guten Tarm says, Last of Us, I remember watching Frankie on PC playing through the game. Yeah, the original one does seem to be pretty decent. So I can understand why people would be upset with how bad the sequel is. And, alright, so let's talk about one of the big things that people hate about the sequel, the whole Joel thing. It's not just that they killed off Joel in Last of Us Part 2. It's how they did it. Which is to say, in a way that made absolutely zero sense from a lore perspective. He's not just going to give out his name like that. So, to me, that's kind of silly. Anyways, I do know, also, on the second night, I should consider... Well, no, actually, I should probably hold off on this part. Alright, now that we've gotten that out of the way, let's go ahead and get through this guy real quick. I could actually use the arrows to slow him down, which is a good strategy. Boss battle time, but he's an easy one. Well, mini boss, but still an easy one. There we go. King Noel says disrespect. Yep. Well, at least with this guy defeated, I can now actually get this upgrade, or this new mask here. I guess I could probably and should get the Garo mask next. So Link salutes back, and there we go. There we are. Now, there's actually a fun little thing you can do with this guy here. Or if you talk to him, it actually causes him to freak out, and he'll actually run across the map. And he'll keep doing that for the rest of the cycle as well. I think it's kind of funny. Yep, okay. Little things like that are just good examples of how this game world builds in some pretty hilarious ways that are still kind of nice touches. Alright, so now I can carry on. Let's see. We'll get the Gaur's mask next, I guess. If I can afford it. We'll find out. Because you have to race these two guys here, and that costs money. There's another little thing, of course, too, with the Epona song here, is that if you play it right next to a cow, they'll give you free milk, so that's nice. Nope, let's talk to him while we are on the horse. Or him, I guess. It should be fine. There we are. So it's 10 rupees to race. Okay. But of course, King also has got to go. Thanks for chatting, man. Thank you for being on board. Now, my advice is never use up all the carrots. Use up all but one, but don't use them all, because that is a terrible idea. Because you won't be able to move ahead once you get that, so that is a huge problem. So, well, you won't be able to speed up until you've effectively... Alright, so let's go ahead and jump this. Alright, so how close are we? This is the end game here. I think this is the end line here. So we won. Awesome. They lost, and we can get our mask here. So now we got ourselves the Garo mask. Nice. Okay. And let's now go to the ocean again. And this time we'll be able to actually use our sword to strike the owl. And then we'll go back to the mountain village after we drop the 2 eggs off, I guess. And then we'll be able to finish on, get the rest of the eggs, get that part of our little quest done. Murderous Kitten says, greetings. Hello, Murderous Kitten. Hope you are enjoying the stream. We are playing Legend of Zelda Majora's Mask right now. This brings back memories, says Murderous Kitten. Glad to hear that. It is an absolute classic. Now, I should mention, for those who haven't seen this stream in a while, or haven't seen the stream at all, this is, of course, running in HD with an HD texture pack, so it is looking a bit nicer than normal, admittedly. Now that I think about it, I'm going to leave a link to the texture pack in the description below once I'm done with the stream, so you guys can try it out yourselves. Alright, so now that we've gotten this settled... Awesome. Alright, so now the way it works with the eggs is we have to drop them up here. And once we get all 7 eggs down, we'll be able to get our little song. That'll allow us to then get into the next temple. Alright, so how many of these things are left? Well, okay, so we actually got 5 more of those to get, but only 2 of them are actually left in the actual pirate cave, or the pirate base, so the rest are in the cavern, or the underwater caverns, which are a pain to get to. Alright, so at least, though, we have that, so we can go to Mountain Village. and use the gold dust to actually upgrade our sword again. So we're not going to have it for a second day, but that's fine. Because that just means we can then, like I said, get everything we need to get to the next temple. Murderous Kitten says, I am. Thank you. P.S. Your video where you said the Space Marines are separate. Okay, just blew up my local 40k community in debate. It's fun to watch that unfolding. Nice. I hope they're saying some nice things. What are you thinking on it? Good. Now we're going to get the high end tier end game sword there right from the get-go. Well, not right from the get-go, from halfway through the game, but still, it's a nice upgrade nevertheless. Now, gonna need the following things. Okay, I got the right mask. It's nice to know, though, that the Zora is actually pretty effective against these pirate captains. Oh, by the way, Murderous Kitten, would you mind mentioning which community it is that you're talking about? If it's one of the Facebook groups or something? Or a Reddit? Because I'd actually kind of be interested in seeing that. Alright, so there's pirates there. But if I swim under them, they shouldn't be able to detect me. They will spot me from this distance, so I do need to lay a little bit further away than that. All right, let's switch out and there we go. There should be something for me to hook shot onto, if I remember correctly. Yep. Excellent. Alright, now it's a simple matter of getting what's left of these. See, which one did I go for last time? I think it might have been that one there. So... oh, there's one up there I haven't been to yet. There we are. There we go. I think I need to modify the sensitivity on this thumbstick a little bit, maybe. What could be in this, I wonder? A lot, apparently. Another fight. This is a good idea. Time to pick out the pictograph and... Okay, you have to actually be in the frame. Actually, there we go. That should be good. Cone Man says Unga Bunga. See what Tattle says. So this is just regular pirate, apparently. There we go. Cone Man says caveman. Nice. Alright. So we got ourselves this, which means there should be just one egg left after this one. In this pirate base, anyways. Which means that as soon as that's done, we can actually then... Unga Fire Bright, okay. I think he's down for the count, which is nice. So that means we can just pick this up. And there we have it. Now I know for a fact on the second night we also have to protect the wagon for the ranch so we can actually get that new mask, and we can still go through that a second time, which, well, that also means we have to go through that a second time as well, now that I think about it. Ah, well. Oh, I forgot to put on the mask. Let's fix that real quick. So I do think this is the one last one with the pirates. Nope, this just brings me outside. Okay, I knew one of them was going to do that, but this, however, should be the right way. How many masks are there in the game, says Gutentarm? There are 24 in total. So it's not that... so yeah, we are over halfway done on the masks. All right. There we go. And that is how we take care of that. Pirates patrolled. And he's down, so that is that too. And with the pictograph, we should be all set up to get the seahorse, which means we should be able to, hopefully... Might as well speed this up a little bit again. There we are. Oh, perfect. They're even right here as well, so we can speed this up again. There we are. Thank you. All right. I should have another... Yep, I have 2 more empty bottles, so what I'll do is... Camel Cabal says, have you seen the new World War I FPS Beyond the Wire? Yes, I have, actually. It's looking quite promising, I will have to say that. The trailer, excellent work on the trailer. I don't remember if I have to be in Zora form or not to speak with him, but let's see if I can. Yes, I do, actually. So this fisherman here is simping for pics of female pirates. So much so that he gave me his rare seahorse. Oh well. Anyways, let's go ahead and get the eggs dropped off, get the seahorse to lead us to the final area of this little trek to get these eggs. And from there, it'll be a simple matter of there we go. Alright, so that gives us the 3rd and 4th ones, and then we can finally get the final 3. Guten Term says, we can't blame the man. How many female pirates have we all seen? You know what? Fine. You're right. I'll let it slide. Let's see if there are... This might actually be one of the few areas where there's not any readily available bottles or anything. Which is strange, but oh well. Alright. That just brought me back to here. Oh yeah, I have to go through those gates there. Okay. Guten Tarm says, actually talking about pirates, there has been some year since I saw any news about pirates in the Horn of Africa. From last I heard, they were still present, although various navies have been curtailing them, so... Now that we've got ourselves a guide to help us actually get to this... part of the problem, by the way, is the fact that some of these posts, signposts, lie to you, basically. We made it. Nice. Camel Cabal says, in which state do you live? I don't actually like answering that question. Sorry. Here in the depths of Pinnacle Rock live many dangerous sea snakes. My friend is trapped there. Can you rid all the sea snakes and help my friend? Sure. That gives us another heart piece, which is nice. Alright, let's get these guys out here. He's down. That's another egg for us. Alright. JC says that's fine. Camel Cabal says that's okay. Thank you. Alright, so we've gotten this one first down. There should be what? Maybe 5. I think there should be another 3 or 4 of these things left. If not more. There's another one down. Excellent. That's exactly what I was needing. JC says, I don't like saying where I live except the country as well. Thank you. Rebel Soldier says, I want Microsoft to censor the word communism because my grandfather went to Gulag and I feel offended by that word. I mean... it's about as valid as trying to censor the word colonialism, so... But I'm sorry to hear that happened to your grandfather. Guten Tarm says I can relate to that. But yeah, that was a good one, Rebel Soldier. A good point. Oh. So apparently I was able to skip that somehow. But I wasn't able to skip it that time. Strange. Ah, well. Let's get to this guy taken care of too. There we are. It's another egg acquired for us. Should be one more after this. One more egg. I don't know how many more sea snakes. Red Soldier says, no, it didn't. I'm just trying to do mental gymnastics. Okay. JC says, Red Soldier, if you don't mind me asking, in what year approximately? Okay, there's a treasure chest in here. JC says, oh. Guten Tarm says, oh, I meant the location, not Gulag. Oh, okay. Guten Tarm, okay. Sorry. Ukrainian Fedora says, anyone think Hunter Biden might have an accident via FBI proxy? I don't think he will. JC says, never mind then. I don't think he will just because of who his daddy is. I think the established... I mean... At that point, it would kind of be a little bit too obvious, I think. Okay, so it looks like there's 2 of them left, maybe. Let's deal with this guy. If he shows up again. There we go. Alright. Red Soldier says, nah, bro, my family named me after one of the great-grandfather who fought in the October Revolution. Okay. Good Term says, honestly, as an outsider, I don't see a reason why anyone would vote Biden. Honestly, the only reason to vote for Biden at this point is if you hate Trump that much, and that's not really an argument for Biden's sake. And it's not even really an argument, and it's not even really a question of whether or not, it's not even really whether or not you... Thing is, these people that are arguing against Trump, a lot of them, a lot of it's nonsense, really. JC says, I am the Senate. Ukrainian Fedora, before that, said, same, I see it as unlikely. Ukrainian Fedora says, it's 2020, though. Anything can happen. Actually, that is a good point. Anything can happen in 2020. JC says, or no, Gutentarm says, I think the best one I saw recent was cops saying for Biden to stop saying, just shoot them on the legs. Yeah, that was a pretty hilariously bad idea on Biden's part. JC says, I mean Democratic Party. Camel Cabal says, how do you imagine the 300th anniversary of independence? I honestly wouldn't really know at this point. It's just... I do think people are going to really reject the SJWs to such a point that we're going to probably enter a new age of moralism, is what I think is going to happen in the long run. But no question, but I don't know how long that's going to last, and I don't know to what degree. Anyways, Gutentarm says, most won't even vote. Ah, yes. Yeah, I think you're probably right on that, and I think that they are going to panic stations over this. I think Trump should just go with Delinda Carthago. Okay. Alright, now that we've gotten this area taken care of, we can actually get that song saved. Which will be excellent, because that means that we can just do... Actually, we're so far ahead, we could even potentially just barely do the third temple. Maybe. I'm not sure if one night will be enough, one full day will be enough for it, but who knows. That would be really interesting, though, if I could pull that off. And it looks like I just might. Do I want to, though? Well, I want to get the new mask as well. I was always planning on basically kind of doing this one as an in-between before I get to the Water Temple anyways, this particular live stream. Red Soldier says, I don't get why I don't get why people hate Trump so much as to hang themselves from towers and loot and burn stuff. Most of you Westerners haven't seen what real dictatorships or corruption looks like. I mean, you're not wrong. Alright. Guten Term says, I did from the third world here. Sorry to hear that. Red Soldier says, I feel you, bro. So we just have to be closer to her. Okay. There we are. Alright. Well, now that I've gotten that done, it's a simple matter of seeing what other stuff I can pick up real quick. Guten Term says, my grandpa was a road cop. He started a union to prevent cops to be integrated into the basic rank into the new police and was kind of screwed. He had 5 children and got paychecks of 50 cents a month because they couldn't just not pay him. Yeah, that unfortunately that sounds about how it can get, unfortunately. Sorry to hear that. Wow. Actually, we're not going to Clock Tower. We are going to Milk Road. So we've been at this for about 2 hours now, I think. What I'm actually going to do is, since I'm this close to just... We're actually getting to a pretty good stopping point, though, I think. So what I'm going to do is get this, go through this one little quest here, finish it off, and then we'll be able to get our sword, and from there it should be a simple... There should be one more mask I'll be able to pick up this way as well. Guten Term says, I do admire the man is a man of great courage and honesty. In his position, I would have been the first one to suggest corruption. All right. We are going to help her out. She's going to get attacked by bandits, but that's fine. All right. Good in Term says, I forgot how cutscenes were nice. Now, it is actually entirely possible to accidentally hit the bottles, and this friendly fire is on. We made it through, I think. Camel Cabal says, have you ever read the Gospel book? I mean, if you're talking about the Bible itself, I've read it a bit, yes, but if you're talking about, if that's the title of this book you're talking about, not. So we got ourselves a new mask. And this will allow us to actually get ourselves another new mask. If I remember correctly. Although not quite yet, because I have to do some other things, apparently. Since I have some time to kill. We'll go through here again, and that'll give us... Hopefully I'll be able to actually get another song this way, which I'm going to need later anyways. Camel Cabal says, yes, the Bible. Yep, like I said, I've read some of it, yes. Haven't read all versions of it, but... Now these guys will jinx you by keeping you from using your sword, but considering I don't have a sword right now, that doesn't really matter, does it? In fact, they can't even jinx me right now because I don't have one. Oh, no, they can. But there is a way to round that as well. Song of Healing should actually fix this, if I remember correctly. Let's see, though. Nope. Okay. Well, that's fine. I don't have a sword anyways, so... Whoops. Let's have them open the grave. Oop. Alright. What's the use for the captain's mask? You can talk to these guys. That is exactly what it's for. And this is necessary to get through this area, but it's also useful. Guten Term says, never mind. Okay. Yeah, I was also going to say, it's also useful for... Okay, let's actually see if I can use the lens of truth to see something. There is something over there. So I guess I kind of have to do this on the first day. Well, that's lovely. Okay. Camel Cabal says I have to go to sleep. Thank you for the kind words. You're welcome. But yeah, we're going to have to go back to the first day eventually at some point in one of the cycles just to get the song, apparently. So that's... Oh, well. See what we even have left to do at this point. So I'd say we're doing pretty decent. We've got most of the masks still, so... See, let me double check to see if I got the postman's mask as well. I don't. Okay, that's something I can do then. Yeah, that's right. I ended up giving that off to... Ended up getting the bottle instead, so that's fine. Now, by 9 o'clock, I should be getting ready to open up, so maybe I can see if the game will let me in at that point. But yeah, the Romani mask itself, all it does is it allows you to enter this. No, that's not what I wanted to do. Somehow I got it mixed backwards. There we go. Alright. But this will allow me to actually get the bottle, or get another mask, which will make getting to this, getting to the next part of the game, which will make me go through the Romani side quest again a lot more easily, at least in the end. Basically, we don't even have to do anything to... But it gets us another bottle, so that's why we go through it again, so... Aside from that, what else is there to do? I guess I could head back to Southern Swamps to get another mask there while we're at it. But yeah, you have to wear this mask when entering because only members are allowed to be up here. So what we'll do is we will... Good. This little performance here will help. Alright, now I can start getting these other masks. Rear left, so that is this one. There we go. front left, so this one. Alright, and this will get us another mask. Nope. Excellent. Benjamin Sato says, are you doing 100% of this game? I'm considering it, but to be honest, to do that, I would have to do a lot more when it comes to heart pieces, that's for sure. I will say that. So we got ourselves a new mask, this mask, which needs to probably become a meme. I feel like there's meme potential with this. Alright, now that we are here, we can... Let's see. Slow down time again, and we'll now go to Woodfall to try to get the Mask of Truth. But yeah, once the Mask of Truth is acquired, I'll then hopefully be able to pick up my new upgraded sword, and from there it's a simple matter of going to the new temple, making sure I strike the owl there, and we should be pretty much good to go. Alright, so now where do I want to go? I guess the fastest route would be that way. Well, there goes my Deku Nuts. But hey, I can still work with this because what version of the game? I am using the N64 version on emulator with... I aggroed him. That was kind of hilarious. And then he starts attacking that guy. But yeah, I'm using the N64 version with a texture pack, so it is on emulator, of course. Alright, so we'll go this way. Okay, that was interesting. Yeah, I kind of fudged that one, though, admittedly. Anyways, there we go. Now I don't have to worry about that dude anymore. Alright. Gutentarm says, looks like a 19th century commie, sad the revolution didn't work out. Exactly. Alright, from here we can just head straight back, and that way... Can't you just use the Zora mask to swim across? No, because the water here is poisoned, and I will lose health doing that. Oh, I need to head back, head back, head back. There we go. So I kind of messed that up. There we are. Alright, so this should be a simple matter here. Ease down. Let's see what's in this thing, just for the sake of it. Okay, so there was a heart piece there, it just turned into that. So I think what I'm going to do is, my goal is to try to get all the masks by the end of the game, but I'm not going to focus on all the heart pieces because some of those can be a bit grindy, and I don't think people like watching grind all that much, do they? So instead, I think what I'm going to go for with the live stream is just all the masks and all the bottles. Maybe most of the heart pieces. And I'm also planning on doing all the fairies, obviously. Well, not that way, but... Alright, now we are in a position where all I need to do is just light this up. No! This is what happens when you get into the water here. There. I don't think I would need my sword or anything here. Alright. Now you can hear when spiders are in the room, which is helpful. What I need are bugs, so I can get some... That works. There should be 15 of these guys also, so... Oh yeah, I'm going to need this. There we go. Alright, now that I have it, I can also use my hook shot, I'm sure, to start picking up some stuff as well. And we'll drop a bomb here. Okay, so that's another bug patch. There we go. How many heart pieces are left? A lot. Because consider this, I only have, what, 8 hearts right now? Given that there's 2 more bosses, that would put me at 10. So, in total, that means there should be something like, what, 40 hearts left? Or heart pieces? And some of them are grindy just to acquire. Alright, that's down. But yeah, this game easily has the most heart pieces of any Zelda game. Just because there's only 4 main dungeons. Now you do get some side dungeons like this and the other Gold Scatula mini dungeons. As well as the pirate base if you want to count that. And there's also the castle that you also... and the underground well, so there's those. Mr. Dan San, Ace, I watched the Krieg video, so you're meaning to tell me the Kaiserreich were not the bad guys of World War II. Yep. Big surprise Pikachu face. So that's another one there I can get. I think there's what? Somewhere between 15 to 25 in this of these guys running around, so... Alright, ooh, another one up here. Oh, and there's probably some in up there as well. Alright, but yeah, that's why... Whoops. I was meaning to play a song there. Mr. Dansan says, if only those nuts didn't sleep through European history. I know exactly what you mean on that one. Thank you there, little buddy. Oh, I know what to do. Wait, I have to cut through that with my sword, don't I? Let's try see if I can punch these. There we go. It's another one down. Maybe I can actually use my Zora form to cut through. Nope. Okay, maybe a Deku stick. Nope. Okay. Maybe a fire arrow. Yeah, apparently I'm just gonna have to pick up my sword again. Well, that's lovely. Come on, get out of the way. That works. A Guten says, I don't know why people usually attribute some totally unrelated things to the bad guys from World War II. It's because they've been basically indoctrinated into believing that because everything is political, that everything, therefore, they're basically looking for things to have meaning, even if they don't necessarily have meaning. So when they see, for example, a helmet from World War I, they're still apparently going to think the bad guys from World War II, because they've been basically indoctrinated into believing everything is fundamentally political. Okay, so I know there's one down there. Guten says, I like Starship Troopers. Nice. Are we talking the movie or are we talking the book? Because I know the movie and the book have very different takes on the same things. Alright, so we've got 2 more. We gotta make these count. And there we are. Guten says, oh, sorry, I forgot. Can't say the bad guy of the World War II name. Yeah, because that tends to... Alright, so now that we've gotten that settled, we can get the hook shot out and... Both actually, the movies do action right. The book's story behind it. Yep. So I think it's confirmed that there's 25 of these things or so at this point. Perfect. Well, we got ourselves some ladders. Mr. Dan Sand says the second movie, though. Yeah, that is... What did you guys think of the animated series that they had for it? Alright, so we are down to just 5 of these things now. Hopefully it saves my progress too, because I'd hate to have to go through this again just to get the mask. There we are. Guten Term says, it was great. I remember watching it on TV as a kid. He also says, I think the second movie they try to hit more to brutality of the world of the war and levels to which the bugs can adapt to. Okay. So it looks like, from the sound of it, that we've pretty much cleared out every single one of them in this room, at least. Which means that really does leave... I do need to find some bugs, I will say that. Once I'm able to do that, I should be in the clear. See if I can make this jump. I can. Gutentarm says also the second movie is more to show how intelligent the bugs are, but yes, the second movie is garbage. Wait, I bet the bugs are in here. Ironic, considering we're talking about Starship Troopers, but... I can probably get a second one if I'm lucky. So that's 2 bugs, which means we should be good on that. And we've cleared out this room from the sound of it as well. I think there is a bug in here. That's 21. So it does sound like there's one in there as well. Alright, well, what I can do is get some bottles ready with more bugs. And if we're really lucky, we can get 3 of them. Well, I got 2. Now, you do have to be careful about setting these guys down near water, because that will cause them to drown. There we go. So we should be all set as far as that's concerned. Alright. Then we just go up to the second floor, get the next gold scatula there. Alright, so this guy should be down. Maybe it is only 24 or something. I bet. We'll just drop this off again and just try to pick him up properly this time. There we go. Now let's see if there's another bug in here. JPG says, I always thought the Starship Troopers 2 and 3 were just attempts to cash in on the first movie. Success. I don't think there's as much, though, behind those. Yep. So we are now on the dawn of the final day, which means we can actually pick up our little sword. Which hopefully, if these are mostly dealt with anyways, we can finally finish these off and we should be good. Wait a sec. I bet there's one hidden in here. That would bring... yeah, that would explain it. Or maybe not. Okay. Oops. Let's pick these up real quick. Or not. Yeah, they're... ooh, there's one. There we go. Just barely, but we got it. Now, I can go teleport, get my new sword. And then we should be all set. Whoop, I went the wrong way. That's okay, that's only a temporary setback. We'll just go through there, teleport to where we were supposed to go, and then we should be good. Alright, so now... alright. We're going to Mountain Village. Hopefully this will allow me, between that and the final thing there, I should be able to get the last of the gold scatulas, which means I'll get the mask. Then I'll be able to finally go get the next owl ready. The next statue, which is nice. And from there, it should be a simple matter of... there she is. All right. JPG says, even though the second movie is not half bad, if not viewed as part of the IP and more as a horror slasher film. Okay. Alright, so let's go back and we will go... ugh. There he goes attacking that Deku scrub there. And as soon as the Deku scrub does that, boom. Alright. Gutentarm says, I think the animated movies do a much better job, though. Like Trader of Mars. Fair enough. Alright, so that leaves us with that one. Hopefully, I don't have to go through finding all the gold Catulas again, or Scatulas. But if I do, I do at least have a better sword to find them with. So, something, I guess. There we are. And now, let's go ahead and head over here like before. And back we are. Gutentarm says, also, just me that feels like YouTube keeps changing its rules in a manner that stifles content to the point of there being no more actual content. Yeah, I hear you on that one. What my way to kind of get around it is to really spread out what I do a little bit. So I'll do gaming videos like these. I'm thinking of doing another historical video, admittedly, and so there's more of those. Hopefully I plan on doing more of those. And then, of course, the meme videos, which are always going to get attention, hopefully. There we go. Now let's see if it saved our progress. It did. Excellent. So all we have to do now is make it over to here. Let's see if 24 is the number of these things out here. All right, I don't hear any more of these things. So I do have to really wonder if that was it. I bet that thing's meant for magic beans, isn't it? Yeah. Well, in that case... cheese it a little. So there's actually more than 25. Good to know. Oh, hello there. Ben Drown says Elgus's chair, or Elgus chair. Yeah, I know the reference there. So I'm guessing there's actually 30 of these here. Should be easier if I could... There we are. And that should leave just 3, and I think they are all up in the tree there. It's a good thing I've got a hook shot. Wait, I know what to do. This calls for Goron form again. There we go. So we got them all. So that's another mask to our name. And we get ourselves the Mask of Truth from it. Alright. Thinking of what's left as far as masks are concerned. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And I know one of them is the Fierce Deity mask and the other is the Giant's mask. So what is the other 4? Let's see. There's the Gibdo mask, so I know there's that one, so that means there's 3 left that I'm forgetting. Alright. The Postman's hat. Okay, so that means there's 2 left that I'm forgetting. Let's actually have a look. And then there's the Wedding mask, too. So that means there's just 1 now that I'm forgetting about. And the All-Night mask. Okay. Okay, so I remember them all now. Okay, excellent. Sorry, just trying to remember what masks I have left to get at this point. There we are. So what I'm going to do at this stage is just, I guess I'll go ahead, activate the next owl, and then I should actually be in a spot to call it as far as the stream's concerned. Let's go ahead and get this. See, how many more bottles do we have as well? So we have just 2 more bottles to pick up, and I know exactly how to get both of them. Problem is, we just need to... That's going to require a new cycle as well. Alright. I think that is it over there. That there. Okay, so clearly I probably shouldn't be doing that, so I'll just go the normal route. There we are. This should be Zora City. Yep. This should be how we get out to the next owl statue. So that is, there we are. Alright, and I guess I'll pick up the ferry, heal up. But yeah, this is where we will be going right away, pretty much. Well, actually, after we go to the next Gold Scatula house and get that taken care of, this will be where we go into next, just to acquire the... just to go through the next dungeon. But otherwise, it looks like we're doing really, really good. Just trying to think of whether or not I should actually go for... what I should go for on the next live stream. But anyways... Alright, let's see how much money I have saved up. 507. So we're about 10% of the way there to get another gold, or get another heart piece that way. Guten Tarum, I forgot, I just didn't see that, sorry. Guten Tarum, it's like not being allowed to say certain words or names. 1984 becomes way more like a reality every time. Yep. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and save it, and this is actually going to be a good ending point, I think, for the live stream. So, yeah, next time we will be going straight into the next Gold Scatula house, as well as the Water Temple, which should be nice. And I think that is where we will call it. So, go ahead and put the emulation to an end there. Yeah, so this has been Ace, and I hope you have all been enjoying the live stream, and I'll be seeing you all again next week. Now, I do think, let's double check here. Yep, we have one more Monday of October, so I'm going to go play another game that is going to be appropriate to this month, next week. So anyways, this has been Ace. Hope to see you guys again soon. Take care.